Start off making a mark 16 inches on center, going 3/4 of an inch above and below that mark, and then we're drawing a line across 2 boards. You're going to do this all the way down your 2x6x8s or whatever lumber you choose. Then we're going to go ahead and make a perimeter before the boards. I'm using 3 screws on each board, and I'm measuring out my supports. It's best to measure each row separately, so to make sure that they are the right length. You don't want to cut them all thinking that they're all the same length just because you measure the first row. Make sure your supports are lower than your joists, just by a little bit, because you are going to be putting the top deck on. I did check for square throughout the project before I put these in and throughout. So I went ahead and put these on 4x4 posts so my floor joists will be supported instead of using Simpson ties. It would be a little bit cheaper. I went ahead and toe-nailed them down to the 4x4 posts after everything was squared. And again, we're going to be checking for square throughout the process. I went ahead and bought these brackets for the perimeter. I'll have the all what I used in the description. They really helped out because I did have to move the structure out of the way. I did have to move the structure out of the way to get the leveling right. So now I went ahead and level up all sides doing this process. So I started off putting the level on the wood. Know that I had to lift it up a little bit. So went ahead and dug around the brick I was using. I mean the concrete that I was using. And dug out a little bit of the ground. I wanted to put a little bit of gravel in there to have like a footing. So a solid footing. Anyway, I did this a few times until I got it right. I need to bring it up the left side just a little bit. So I went ahead and filled in a little bit on the left side until I got it right. And I did the same thing for all 4 sides. Once I got the high side the way I wanted it, I went ahead and started doing the other sides. Check for square again before I put my deck boards on. And I made sure everything was straight before I got down to the far end. Using these little 1/4 inch spacer out of a piece of wood, just a wood. And just over and over and over, put the deck boards on using the spacers, making sure everything was lined up great. This is going to be holding my shed. I got a 8x8, it's basically an 8x8 shed from Sam's, and that'll be the next video. This is a very sturdy foundation. That last board I had to rip it, so I ripped it to 4 1/4 to make room for my space. This project cost me about $250. I'll have the list of all the materials that I use in the description. If you like it, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it.